Suspect in custody after five people are killed in shooting in small Texas town. A woman, her two children, and two neighbors were killed in McGregor. An official said the mother's partner was in custody. This was written for NBC News, published originally on September 29th, 2022, updated on October 1st, 2022, and written by David K. Lee and Tim Stello. A mother, her two children, and two neighbors were gunned down in a small Texas town on Thursday. Before responding, police shot and arrested the suspect, officials said. The suspect, 35-year-old Nicholas Hernandez Jaimes, has been charged with felony aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, with more charges pending, State Public Safety Department Sergeant Ryan Howard said in a statement on Friday. The gunfire erupted in McGregor, just southwest of Waco. Howard identified the victims as Monica Delgado, 38, Miguel Avila, 15, Natalie Avila, 14, Lorena Aviles, 47, and Natalie Aviles, 20. Rest in peace. Delgado was the mother of the two young victims who were students at McGregor High School, School Superintendent James Lenneman said in a statement on Friday. Natalie Aviles was a 2020 graduate of McGregor High School, according to Lenneman, who called the shooting a horrific tragedy that occurred in a domestic incident. McGregor is a quiet, beautiful town, and something like this just doesn't happen, said State Rep Charles Doc Anderson. The suspect was the mother's partner, said Anderson, who also described the bloodshed as a domestic violence incident. The neighbors were killed when they went to the home after they heard gunfire, the lawmaker added. The incident ended with an officer firing a weapon, Sergeant Howard told reporters on Thursday. Police initially responded to a report of gunshots in the residential area at 7:35 a.m., McGregor Mayor Jimmy Herring said. This terrible and senseless act of violence has devastated our town, Herring said, asking for thoughts and prayers for families, officers, and the community. Yo, so Mayor Jimmy Herring, you can eat my genitalia, suck on my noodle. Yeah, anybody who just says thoughts and prayers whenever there's a victim of gun violence, mass shootings, yeah, you get a X in my book. We need to abolish the Second Amendment. Local police officials asked the Texas Rangers to handle the criminal inquiry and to investigate the police shooting, he said. The nearby Troy Independent School District announced Thursday that its middle school freshman and junior varsity football games against McGregor had been canceled tonight due to the tragic shooting in the McGregor community. McGregor, a town of about 5,500 residents, about halfway between Austin and Dallas, is home to a 4,300-acre SpaceX facility where the Elon Musk-owned company tests rocket engines. And that's the end of the story. Most Americans have probably never heard of this story. We've been too busy caught up with Kanye West wearing White Lives Matter t-shirts and other tomfoolery that goes on in the media. But when we hear about five young people, very young people, 15 years old, 14 years old, and then middle-aged people, 38, 47, and of course another young person, 20 years old, people trying to help, people who were caught up in a horrible domestic violence situation, and nobody bats an eye. Nobody says this is a national tragedy. This doesn't get posted on mainstream media, primetime television. This is something that gets swept under the rug. Why is that? What does that say about our society? Now, the names of the people here do seem like they are Hispanic, but gun violence affects all Americans. We racialize violence and criminality in our country too much. The majority of violent crimes or mass shootings in general are not done by white people. They're not done by black people. They're done by a plurality of people. And they do not just happen in democratic states or blue cities. The majority of mass shootings actually happen in red states, small towns, backwoods, flyover country. And I see this all the time. If you don't believe me, check out the other videos on my channel. This is more reason to abolish the Second Amendment. Some people will say this is a domestic violence situation, and in other countries they have violent or deadly domestic violence situations. And while that is unfortunate, we can definitely mitigate that by lowering the amount of guns that are in our society. This can only happen in America. This will continue to happen in America, where five people are innocently killed over something very trivial or very serious, but it doesn't matter because nobody should be a victim of gun violence and have to lose their life due to it. My name is Simon Hill, and thank you for watching. Abolish the Second Amendment.